Cracker Barrel is on the chopping block, and I'm going to tell you why it's not going to work.
He's unbothered.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ty Rivera here, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world. Before we get started, I'm just going to ask that you like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to comment but don't know what to comment, just put 2 knives, because I'm going to get it from both sides this time. It is what it is. So Cracker Barrel put out this post on Facebook, and everybody lost their minds. All Cracker Barrel said was, "We are excited to celebrate Pride Month with our employees and guests. Everyone is always welcome at our table and our rainbow rocker. Happy Pride." And they put that post up, and large-sized lesbians and hefty homos from all over the country rejoiced they could once again come out of the closet, this time as Cracker Barrel customers, because apparently in the early 90s they had been very anti-LGBT and fired some gay workers. And I don't even know why that would be a thing. This is 2023. Can we please move on? That's the same thing that happened with Chick-fil-A, except for with Chick-fil-A, it was them hating the gays, supposedly, which I still don't think Chick-fil-A hated the gays. Chick-fil-A just made some donations, like a lot of people do, to some people that gays didn't think they should donate their money for. But again, it didn't work because fat people were still going to eat at Chick-fil-A. The gays and their friends are always at Chick-fil-A. How do I know? Because I'm a gay. I've taken guys that I've dated to Chick-fil-A because they've asked me to run them through a Chick-fil-A drive-thru. No joke. My hand to God, that's happened. And believe me, they've been eating Cracker Barrel this whole time, because when your bread and butter is actual bread and butter, hungry people are going to come no matter what you say or do. Nobody's going to stop eating where they want to eat because of anybody else's beliefs in anything. Nobody that really goes to Cracker Barrel is going to protest, because fat people have no willpower. That's why they're fat people. You think they're going to be able to avoid going to the Cracker Barrel? So Cracker Barrel is like, "What's that? We let you down? Sounds like you might need a little comfort food. Come on into the Cracker Barrel. As long as our gravy is thicker than our hate, you're gonna come in for this gravy. You think we're being flaky in our support of the straight community? Wait until you see the breading on this chicken. Now that's flaky. What's that? You think we're dripping with pride for the LGBT community? You know what's really dripping? The syrup on these hotcakes. Now get your big ass in here and have some of these hotcakes." And I've been to a Cracker Barrel or two in my life. I don't think anything about what anybody does when it comes to LGBT or anything. If I'm hungry and I'm on the road, I'm gonna pull off wherever sounds good. If biscuits and gravy sounds good, and I think that Cracker Barrel biscuits and gravy sound good on that day, I'm going to Cracker Barrel. Technically, the only thing that stops me from going to Chick-fil-A is I usually don't eat food like that unless it's a Sunday, and Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday because that's how religious they are. So I personally don't get to eat in Chick-fil-A, but it's only because Chick-fil-A isn't open on the days that I'm eligible to eat Chick-fil-A food. Other than that, I would definitely eat at Chick-fil-A. I'm not going to lie to you about that. I'm not going to pretend that that's not a thing. So let's not play with each other and act like you're really going to avoid the Cracker Barrel. Whether you're on the left or you're on the right, when it comes to food, you are not going to win. And if you're an actual Cracker Barrel customer, you know that Cracker Barrel has been selling LGBT merchandise around Pride time for the last couple of years. So that tells me that the people that are calling for a protest are people that don't actually eat at Cracker Barrel, because Cracker Barrel customers, I'm sure, have noticed and been like, I don't really care. So apparently some conservatives right now are calling for a boycott against Cracker Barrel. And I'm going to start off by saying that shouldn't cause anybody to want to protest anything. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect anybody's lives. It's not promoting any kind of lifestyle. It's not like they had Dylan Mulvaney sitting in a rocker. It's not like Leah Thomas was getting pegged on the front porch. All it was just a quick little pride post so that they could make some more money. Cracker Barrel is just a really big company and is saying, hey, at this point we acknowledge that we do have a lot of gay employees. We also do have gay customers, and if they want to have a happy Pride Month as adults, they should be able to have a happy Pride Month. So there's no reason for anybody to cancel them for just trying to make that gay dollar. Cracker Barrel just wants to make some more money, and that's what they're supposed to do. So if they want to open the doors and welcome more people in, they should welcome more people in so that they can make more money. That's what it's about. I don't care whose dollars I'm taking people's dollars. That's what it's about in this economy, in this society. society. So when Lauren Chen, one of the commentators from Blaze TV, which is a conservative news outlet, actually has the nerve to say that people should be boycotting this mid-restaurant anyway, it's like, Lauren, you better be careful before we all decide to boycott your mom's nail salon. Conservatives, this is the thing that we've all been tired of with the liberals. Cancel culture and the way that they're constantly clutching their pearls at things that nobody should care about. All Cracker Barrel was saying anyway was, yeah, girl, you're welcome on the porch. Pull up a rainbow-colored rocker. Come rest your sore ass for a minute. Sore feet. Rest your sore feet in one of our rockers. Just don't get cute in our bathrooms. Men are still men and women are still women. Let's make sure we get that straight. Okay, Cracker Barrel didn't say that, but I think it's kind of implied. And I don't blame them one bit. So people can pretend that this is going to be an actual thing, but it's not. People are still going to do what they're going to do, and you're just going to have to accept it. And people can get mad at me and say I'm fat shaming or whatever they want to say, but the truth is the truth, and we all know that fat people aren't going to stop eating where they're going to eat because of anybody else's morals. So your argument doesn't have a diabetic leg to stand on, and I'm not going to listen to it. Say what you want, try to argue with me, call me names. I don't care what you do. Just do it down below in the comments. But like I said, people on the right, let's not turn into the same thing that the left has been with constant cancel culture, and now we want this shut down, and now this business shouldn't be able to make money anymore. As long as they're not trying to groom children and they're also not disrespecting women, it is what it is, and let it happen. The same way you want to make money in your business every day, because I guarantee you, the people that are complaining right now, I guarantee you are in some kind of business where sometimes they do have to take gay dollars, where sometimes they do have to keep their opinions to themselves because there are gay people that are going to be their customers or their clientele in whatever business that they're in. That's just the way of the world. So I don't want anybody to get the idea that me as a gay man, I'm at all looking to completely abolish gay rights or make it so gay people have to just completely go back in the closet or not get support from the places that they work just because some people have gone a little far when it comes to the activism. That's definitely not the way that I'm coming at it. So the people on the far right are going to have to understand that if you're going to end up behaving the same way that the people on the far left have been behaving, you're going to end up in the same position that they are, which is being a non-issue. I think most people are looking for a more level-headed approach when it comes to all of this. I don't think most people are really trying to start just boycotting things and getting things shut down. Nobody wants to live that way. We all have bills to pay. We all have responsibilities. A lot of people have kids to raise. The economy is still trying to recover after shutdowns and everything else that we know that we went through in 2020. So let's not make things unreasonably hard on each other. How about we all just get back to business? I said business as in making money as usual and not worrying about what everybody else is doing or who people are doing something as simple as showing some support or some acknowledgement to. Do we want to talk about whether or not Pride has to be an entire month? I'm open to that conversation. Do we want to talk about whether or not there's a lot to celebrate when it comes to gay pride at this point? Open to that conversation too. But am I going to support people saying that no business should show any support to the LGBT community or in any way acknowledge the LGBT community? Sorry, not jumping on that train with you, Karen. Not doing it. So that's another piece of me that maybe some of you need to understand too. I am definitely not a self-hating gay. I'm definitely not looking to have an adverse effect on progress that we've made as LGBT people or progress that we've made as a society. If that's what you're trying to do on either side of the aisle, I am not your friend. I am not your ally. Let's be very clear about that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. This has been Ty Rivera, the absolute best LGBTQ comedian in the world.